How do people get great ideas? Of course, there are important lessons we can learn from people who have founded successful startups. Perhaps the most interesting of these lessons, though, is that great ideas often come while doing normal everyday things, rather than while experimenting in a lab or doing online research. So, let's explore some simple methods of coming up with great ideas and look at some examples of people who used them to inspire their success. One way to come up with a great idea is to look for problems to solve. Rya Kyroanchi, a Canadian startup founder, did this and got her big idea when she was 17. She was at a friend's house and noticed that her friend's grandmother, who had vision problems, kept bumping into things around the house. After asking around, she discovered that the common white cane used by visually impaired people all around the world had not been updated since 1921. So, she had found her problem to solve. Active listening can also help inspire great ideas. Rya Kyroanchi, who raised $20 million from investors for his startup at 19 years old, got his idea while chatting with a friend. They were talking about a new company called Airbnb, where homeowners charged people to stay in their houses. Rya listened to what his friend said, thought carefully, and came up with the idea of starting a car rental business whereby people flying from an airport leave their car to be rented by someone else. Another way is to pay close attention to things. Erin Smith, for instance, was 19 when she was watching a movie starring Michael J. Fox. She noticed that whenever the actor, who has Parkinson's disease, laughed or smiled, his facial expression was emotionally distant. She talked to medical staff and caregivers who said they had noticed similar things in many patients, often years before they were diagnosed with their condition. Erin immediately got to work designing a diagnostic system which uses a super smart selfie image to help diagnose conditions like Parkinson's. Last of all, here's one final tip for coming up with great ideas. If a new thought or idea comes to you suddenly, write it down before you forget. At the age of 23, Larry Page once woke up thinking, "What if we could download the whole web and just keep the links?" He got up and wrote the idea down, and it's a good thing he did, as Google was eventually born as a result of that moment. So, think about the things we've shown you here and consider applying them in real life. Who knows? You might come up with an idea for the world's next great invention.